Hey Commanders fans, get ready, because today we have exclusive news about our team, and you can't miss a single detail. So take advantage and subscribe to the channel, activate the bell to receive everything firsthand, and of course, leave a like to strengthen our support and show that there are only true fans here. Our commitment is to always bring you the latest updates, news, and everything that goes on behind the scenes at Commanders. So, without further ado, let's check out today's news. Washington Commanders re-agree to one-year contract with veteran tight end Zach Ertz. The Washington Commanders have secured the retention of one of their most experienced and reliable players. Veteran tight end Zach Ertz, a key player for the team throughout last season, has extended his contract for another year. The news, reported by NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero last Saturday, confirms that the new deal will have a base value of $6.25 million, with the possibility of reaching $9 million in performance incentives. Valuable return for the Commanders. There was great expectation about Ertz's future in the NFL, especially with free agency looming. With his experience and skill, the tight end has attracted interest from other teams, including the Los Angeles Rams, who are looking to strengthen at the position. However, the Commanders managed to keep the player on their team, reinforcing their confidence in the impact he can continue to bring to the offense. Ertz made a big impact in Washington and is now back on a deal negotiated by Wasserman NFL's Steve Carrick. Pelissero posted on the X platform, formerly Twitter, highlighting the importance of the renewal for the Capital franchise. Zach Ertz's importance to the Commanders. Since his arrival in Washington, Ertz has become a pillar on the offensive line. In 2023, he participated in all 17 regular season games and played a crucial role in the development of rookie quarterback Jayden Daniels. His experience and safety on receptions provided a reliable option in decisive moments, solidifying himself as a key piece in the team's tactical scheme. Ertz had an impressive performance last season, recording 66 receptions for 654 yards and 7 touchdowns. Those numbers represented his best individual marks since 2021, when he played for the Philadelphia Eagles and later for the Arizona Cardinals, after a mid-season trade. A career full of achievements. Ertz's career in the NFL is marked by success and achievements. He was selected to the Pro Bowl 3 times and had his peak with the Eagles, where in 2018, he set a personal record with 116 receptions, 1,163 yards, and 8 touchdowns. In addition, he was a key player in the Eagles' Super Bowl 52 victory, helping the franchise lift the first Vince Lombardi trophy in its history. Now, Ertz continues to write his story in Washington. He was essential in the campaign that took the Commanders back to the NFC Championship game for the first time since 1991. With the renewal, the veteran tight end will have the chance to continue his mission of taking the team to even greater heights in the next NFL season. The Washington Commanders have been thrust into a competitive window by quarterback Jayden Daniels' meteoric rise to the elite quarterback pantheon. With 3 more seasons of Daniels counting for less than 4% of the cap, it's time for the Commanders to take a risk. Few teams can afford to spend more than Washington, which has nearly $80 million in cap space at its disposal heading into free agency. The spending spree has already begun with the trade for receiver Deebo Samuel and the re-signing of veteran tight end Zach Ertz. With the offense largely set, the other side of the ball could and should be prioritized, helping to build a more complete roster. As such, The Athletic reported that the Commanders are exploring a trade for disgruntled Cincinnati Bengals edge rusher Trey Hendrickson. The Commanders are among several teams exploring a potential trade for Bengals All-Pro Trey Hendrickson, according to sources, Diana Rossini reported. Hendrickson was given permission to seek a trade last Thursday from Cincinnati. An NFL executive shared that the Bengals are seeking significant compensation in trade for trade. The Bengals are doing what they do best, kicking the tires on big contracts and suffering the consequences. That leaves Hendrickson, who is seeking a new deal, ripe for trade. Washington is well-positioned to make that kind of blockbuster move should negotiations continue to deteriorate. With Daniels under center, first-round picks are likely to fall in the second half, if not the last few picks, of day one. The Commanders could afford to extend Hendrickson as well, though Myles Garrett's monster extension could make that more difficult. This is a defense in need of reinforcement, and Hendrickson's sack production has grown from unsustainable to remarkably consistent. He has recorded 17.5 sacks in each of the past 2 seasons, with 13 and 14.5 sack campaigns to boot. Hendrickson is next in line to get paid, and the contract will likely be worth more than $30 million per year. But few teams are positioned to take that kind of risk, and few teams would move further up the winning curve by adding an elite edge rusher. If Hendrickson helps lift the Lombardi Trophy, no one will care how much money is left on his contract. Washington Commanders could sign $87.5 million linebacker in free agency. The Washington Commanders are in the market for a pass rusher, and free agency could be a key to bolstering that crucial need on the roster. According to Bleacher Report writer Gary Davenport, the DC team could be preparing to sign Tennessee Titans linebacker Harold Landry III, who was recently cut. Harold Landry, a big name in free agency? With Landry's recent release, he has become one of the biggest bets on the free agent market, and the Commanders could be an ideal destination. Now that Landry is available, the only thing he will cost the Commanders is money. Although he will miss the entire 2022 season due to a severe ACL tear, Landry has been consistently productive before and after the injury. Over his last 3 years of playing, he has averaged at least 70 total tackles and more than 9 sacks per season, Davenport explains. In addition to his consistent track record, Landry is considered one of the best edge rushers available on the market. He won't come cheap. Landry is arguably the most sought-after pass rusher in the free agent class. However, the Commanders have the budget to sign him at that door, Davenport adds. This move could align perfectly with the team's urgent need to strengthen its defensive line, particularly at linebacker and pass rusher. Why do the Commanders need Landry? The Washington Commanders' defense has been a strength of the past few years, but the lack of a top-tier pass rusher has been a constant concern. Landry's addition could fill that void while also providing a dominant presence on the defensive line. With his ability to pressure the quarterback and his consistency in making tackles and sacks, he would be a valuable asset to a Washington defense looking to become even more competitive in the NFC. After an impressive season that led to the NFC Championship last year, the Commanders are clearly in win-now mode. The team has already shown that it is willing to make significant investments to improve and reach the playoffs once again. Landry's arrival could be the move that Washington needs to get back on track for next season. What do you expect from free agency? Starting Monday at noon Eastern Time, the NFL's legal tampering period for free agents begins, and negotiations should pick up quickly. While Landry has been consistent throughout his career, his recovery from an ACL injury will be a major consideration for any prospects. However, his commitment and potential return make him a worthwhile signing, especially for a team like the Commanders who are looking to immediately bolster their defense. With the free agency window approaching, the Commanders have a chance to further strengthen their roster and perhaps find the pass rusher they need to set themselves up for bigger goals next season.